Hi everyone, I'm Sheila and I am here makeup free to talk to you about what's going to happen to you. And I'm doing this with a new guide. Well, she's not new at all, she's lovely, and she is called Yin. So Guan Yin, I haven't researched her. She was one of the first ascended masters I came across when I woke up. And she's really beautiful, but I just give the messages as they come in. And it felt very fitting that I didn't do my makeup and I didn't do my hair. I've actually just come in from swimming. And you will forgive me, I'm 50 years old, nearly 50 years old. So, you know, this is the way a 50-year-old looks. So we want to talk to you because this is a question that a lot of people have got right now. Is they're wanting to know what is going to happen to them. Um, the reason that I work on a personal level is because it's only when you're in your truth that you can affect the global, hey that you can affect the global picture. And I know for me, I'm not political, I'm a complete humanitarian. And I was tuning into the Afghanistan situation this morning, and I don't feel that I'm doing enough. And what Spirit said to me is that the most that we can do in the West is be in our truth. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. I'm a bit manky, to be honest. I've got, tea down my t-shirt and I'm covered in dog hair. But thank you, darling. You're pretty hot too. And I'm an old married woman, so I can say that. Oh, and I just want to thank you so much. I'm not a I'm never going to be one of these world renowned spiritual teachers. That's just not who I am. I've got, my beautiful um life, but I wear trainers and odd socks, and this is just what makes me happy. And my wonderful husband, Mr. Right, makes it possible for me to be a full-time fairy. So a full-time fairy is what I am. And I'm going to pull Chi and Jennifer some cards because I love both. Your energies are actually very, very similar. So first of all, Chi and Jennifer, please PM me your questions for tomorrow night's free readings evening, because I haven't got many questions. So do PM me your questions. I'm just going to get my son to and Jennifer, have you checked out the big booty test? Because if you do the big booty, I will send you a card pull. It's on the Archangel and Higher Self. So Chi, I'll be doing that for you at some point today. I'm just going to message my son and ask him to rescue my chips. Just bear with me. Okay. That's not very spiritual, is it? How many questions? Ask what you ask, I'll get through what I do. Okay, I don't plan stuff like this. Hey Emma, hello darling, it's lovely to have you here. Right, so this is the question that I'm seeing a lot of the people that I consider to be similar to me, we're asking. Thank you. There need to be sparkles around my head because there's none in the house. um, you know, what I'm seeing is people. Okay, so let me break it down. I've seen very, very, very talented channels talking about this event. Okay. I won't publish a video on the event. I won't do it, but I am going to discuss it. And the only people that will watch this are the people that resonate at my level, whatever the hell that level is. So this event has been described as, flooding, people dying. I just think it's so easy to be all spiritual about something that hasn't happened. How many of us are where the Afghans are, helping the people that are being squashed by the fence and chucking their babies over the barbed wire? How many of us are going to help the women that are stoned to death, or the men that have their limbs hacked off because they've got tattoos or they don't pray 5 times a day, right? So this idea that producing a video for YouTube that talks about an event that's going to kill people, right? All this new earth bullshit, it's bullshit. If people are going to die, that's somebody's child. There's going to be people that see their children die. There's going to be people that see their spouses die. There's going to be people that can't move from their bed or are alive will die. And it's all very well for the big YouTubers that have got lots of money to move to higher ground. Where I live in Lincolnshire, we're 20 miles from the coast. There is no way that a lot of people around here would have the money to move to higher ground. And, buying their weekly shopping is as much money as they have. So being told to buy lots of dry goods and buy generators that are £350, it's, what? I don't think it helps. So I won't do a video about the event, because the way I feel, and I had very good friends that died recently in COVID, if it is your time, it doesn't make any difference whether you die in one way or another. It is your time. And so, creating awareness, right? Let's say, and I've watched those videos and I love watching those. I love watching the when's it going to happen timelines, and I then discard it because people have been doing this for thousands of years. But the fact is, we manifest these things by everything we go, and we've all done it. Something's coming, something's coming. When everybody does that, and it's the spiritual community have got a responsibility not to bloody do that. Because it's all very well for somebody with 100 million, frogs watching them to say, get to higher ground, da-da-da. They've got enough money to do that. What about the people watching their videos? What about the people that have got no option but to live where they live? There's nothing spiritual about creating fear. And, maybe when we're all dead and we all leave our bodies, we're all held within the arms of the angels. It's just much good when you see the wave coming and you can't fucking move because you can't get out your wheelchair, right? I'm not in a wheelchair, but I'm just saying. So I won't do a video about the event. And Kuan Yin is here to talk to me or to talk to you in an unspiritual way. Absolutely. And, for the record, I've only got about, at the maximum, I've got 2 years left. Maximum, I've got 2 years before I leave this earth. So what I will say to you, at the absolute maximum, I'm here for 5 years, and then I am gone. And I'm very at peace with that. And I've done my letters and I've sorted everything out. And that's why I'm a full-time fairy, because, I won't be here very soon. And there's no boo-hoo about that. It's my path. So for me, when people talk about the event, what will it mean, how to prepare, you can't and you won't, And you shouldn't. You should live your bloody life, because you've only got as long as you decided you would have. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is I am going to talk about exit points. I have exit points every 2 years at this moment. Some people, and all I'm going to say is you decide at the point that the exit point is moving up in crescendo. That's when at a higher level you decide, okay, because it is your higher awareness of how much more you can take, how much more you can achieve, how much more you can contribute. And what I will say to you is, this event, people make it sound like shit hasn't been happening since the world began. Have any of you watched The Matrix? So with The Matrix, I hope he's just remind me about The Matrix. Yeah, has he rescued my chips? Okay, then my chips are fine. When Neo goes to meet the person who created the game, and he finds out I think it's the sixth time. Emma, you remember? It's the sixth time that this uprising has happened, and the one has been one of six, right? And the drilling down into the city has happened 6 times, and it's a reset. Okay, and to me, giving spiritual advice when you're getting hundreds and thousands of views, and there's nothing wrong with earning money through your spiritual ability, but bluntly, it ain't helping anyone. So we're going to do this with Kuan Yin, but we're going to do this Sheila style. Okay, so Kuan Yin on the event, she says, happen every day. I was hearing a thing, and this is coming from me, not Kuan Yin, on the radio, coming back from swimming, that 6 people in Derbyshire have been killed by, I'm not laughing, sorry, gravestones falling on them, right? If it's your time, it's your time. Events happen every day. Shit happens every day. Babies are born every day. Babies die every day. Shit happens, and wonderful stuff happens too. This thing in Kabul, if you're in the West, you can call it this thing. That's your life. And it's a thing if you're elsewhere. Absolutely. Events have been happening since the dawn of time. And the only reason that we know about them all is because we all talk about what we're not prepared to do anything about. And that's it. My throat chakra has just gone. So Kuan Yin won't talk about that anymore. She says, right, I'm now repeating Kuan Yin. She's here. She's beautiful. Grace is accepting your path. The divine is creating your path. Your work is to accept your path and create your path. And you create it. And this is where I'm going to dive away, and I'm going to say some teachers, some very well-known teachers, say that if you don't believe a certain thing, it can't happen to you. I would say you could be the most spiritual person in the world in Kabul, and if you're getting squashed up against the fence, your body's going to squash the same as anybody else's, right? So, okay, so she says spirituality is false. She says life is. And she says life must continue. And whether you are in dire circumstances, whether you are in non-physical circumstances, you will seek to continue your life because every life form does. These people in Kabul need our respect, our prayers, our love, not our pity. Because it will happen to us. Whatever those people are going through, when we come to a certain point of our life, dying is never easy. It's never easy because the nature of life is that you want to survive, you want to carry on. Okay, so Kuan Yin says spirituality is not meant to take away pain. Spirituality allows pain and growth. Okay. She also says you either create or debate. So you know when people talk about creating their reality, all I'm going to say to you is, if you're in a place, yeah, Jen, you're absolutely right. If you're in a place that you have the luxury of being able to create it in an empowered way, that's fine. But there are people in this world that do not have that luxury. And I think to turn around and say that they created the fact that they can't leave their house unless they have a male relative or they could get stoned is false. So I think what I want to say is that whatever kind of life you are living, it has nothing to do with what you believe. It has everything to do with where you are. And the most that we can do as loving people is pray for those that are in those difficult places. That's it. I don't have anything sage to say. The other thing she says is when you're looking at what's going to happen to you, okay, this is a question I've been asking, okay, she says there is a part of you, and she's here, she's giving me this, there is a part of you that you are always connected to. You know what's going to happen because at this level, whether you like it or not, you've already decided how much change you're going to allow. These big authors, these big Hay House authors, they talk about, yeah, go for the stars and all of that. But the truth is, there are things we are not going to do because we consider them a risk. And it doesn't matter how glossy the book is or how beautiful the video is or how well promoted the if you are not going to life, then you're not, and that's okay. That's also okay. So I want to say, when it comes to creating your reality, if you choose to stay where you are, it's okay. Because if you're even listening to me, your reality probably can't be that bad. I am so bloody blessed. And I just want to sort of say to you all, just know that it's okay for you to not save everybody, and it's okay for you to enjoy your life the way it is. Okay, I'm going to go have my chips. So Jennifer, Jennifer and Chi, I'm going to do your cards here. We have community for you, Jennifer. Being told your energy is like the lady in the middle. Chi, I'm going to do your big booty card as well. So Chi, this is connected to big booty, daughter spirit. Okay, that's the reading that you're doing for me. And we have victory for you, sweetheart. And I feel like this is in a relationship or a friendship. I've got to sort my nails, they're a bit manky. Emma, beautiful Emma. So I had two cards came from you. I had you feeling tied. But then I also had the garden and the gate, which really represents being able to move forward if you wish. Yes, I'm always surrounded by fairies. I've got, who are you? I've got Estelle and Lavender with me today. Estelle and Lavender. And yeah, you'll see them whipping about. Um, that's it. I'm going to go get my dinner. I love you all. Have a beautiful afternoon. Bye bye.